opening tip, won by the Mavericks in Dallas. Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
To Dennis Smith Jr. The jumper's off the mark. DeAndre Ayton. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Dallas with the possession. Smith to Nowitzki. And finishes strong. Good luck keeping up with that.
Did you see that jump? It was as quick as a pogo stick.
Slam dunk, DeAndre Ayton.
And cutting hard in transition is one of the most underrated things about this game. The harder you can cut is the more it opens up the floor to make plays just like that.
Nowitzki to Jordan. Smith. Can't connect from in close.
That's how you do it. You stay in his pocket and you never give him any space at all. You make him smell you every single possession.
And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Suns. Doncic to Dennis Smith Jr. Driving right to the basket. Short jumper stays out. The follow won't go either. To Dennis Smith Jr. It's Ayton with the rebound. And destroys the rim. That's what DeAndre Jordan does.
I mean, with so much talk these days about three-point shooting and the spacing on the court and having versatile athletic wings, sometimes when you have a dominant big man, you keep giving him the ball. You let him be that anomaly.
Lays it up and in.
It's so difficult to block a guy like that with that kind of athleticism and length. Your timing almost has to be perfect, but pretty much there's no stopping him when he's around the rim.
Dennis Smith Jr. First couple didn't go. That one is true.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Booker. Trying to cash in. Won't go. He needs some luck on his side given how they're defending. Smith into the front court. Looking to make something happen. To Jackson. Booker to Kelly Oubre. To Booker. Drive from the baseline, but it won't go down. Doncic to Dennis Smith Jr. Throws it down.
It's a new day in sports when you see little guards dunk the ball like they're big. That's called a 40-inch vertical.
Booker with it. Down just a couple. A lot of contact. No whistle.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short arm a shot.
The Mavericks signal for timeout as they'll talk things over here in the first quarter. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. And he's denied by Jackson. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Dirk Nowitzki. To the basket goes Jackson, but his shot won't fall. Here's Barea. He'll run the offense. Oh, they call the foul, Jay.
Just a tic-tac foul.
Nowitzki to Jordan. Oh, scary stuff from DeAndre Jordan. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
Old school equals high percentage.
Knocks it down off the step back.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Barea defended by Daniels to Jordan. Nice pace, sets it up and slams it down.
That's the intensity you need to see. Whenever a player running back on defense after a dunk like that holds the inside of his forearm, it lets you know how hard he dunked that basketball.
Dallas has it. To Luka Doncic. Jordan. Drives, but his shot won't go down. Oh, and that's stuffed by Jordan.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Here's Barea. It's 12-10. Knocked loose. Picked up by the Suns. Shot from the lane won't go. To Nowitzki. And it's Daniels there for the board. DeAndre Ayton to Jackson. Josh Jackson above the rim on that.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Nowitzki guarded by Troy Daniels. Right down the lane, but the shot won't go. To Crawford. Jamal Crawford. 2 for 2. That's what you want. Now a whistle. Dallas will use the timeout as they'll make sure they're aligned here in a 2-point basketball game. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. And it's Daniels there for the board. To Crawford. Lets it fly from long range. Off the mark. Here's Barea. Shot clock's off as they'll search for a tying bucket. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Tie ball game so far. Neither one of these teams really able to pull ahead. Might be time to put the bench players in the game, and let's see who could differentiate themselves.
Nothing going here on that drive. Just inside the arc. At the buzzer. That ends the first quarter. And this one's all tied up. All's our score after one. Let's do it here in the second quarter. Into the front court, it's Booker. The score, 14-all. And he scores. Euro step into the rim, Jay.
Man, he's got the defender out there tap dancing like that on national TV. That's not a good sign.
Smith now into the front court. Down 2. Short jumper off the mark. To Booker. And the rebound comes down to Dallas. Now ready for a couple of free throws.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
He connects on the first free throw.
That boy got jumper.
Goes 2 for 2. Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
Crawford to Booker. Has a look. Wide open look, won't go.
Wide open, take your time.
Cashes in for 2.
I tell you, he's so special, Ed. He makes the game look easy.
A lot of hard work to make it look easy. It's Phoenix ball. Booker around the perimeter to Crawford for 3. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
And I just hear my high school coach preaching this thing to me every single day, and it's still pertinent for the NBA. It's all about spacing. And when you have guys who are lethal three-point shooters and they understand spacing, oh, that whole floor opens up, and that's a thing of beauty to watch.
Screen coming. Dennis Smith Jr. here against Bender. To Brunson. Dallas with 4 to shoot. Going to launch. Beyond the arc. Brunson forced that one. Well defended. To Booker. Here's a chance from long range. Is good.
You know what really fascinates me about Devin Booker? Every time I see him, I almost feel like I'm watching a movie called Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. Now, when I see him off the court, he's all smiles, laid back, chill demeanored, very low-key. But when I see him on the court, it's like he finds this different person. This assassin that wants to attack you and dominate you every single time he has the ball. Now, I got a chance to overhear a story of him and his coach at the time, Earl Watson, and he told his head coach, I'm better than Jordan. Jordan never dropped 70 at Boston Garden. Now, we all know he's not better than Jordan, but that answer reflects his desire to be like Jordan and to be an NBA legend, and that's why he'll always succeed.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Given 2 points. High percentage.
I'd say his game is translating to the league just fine.
To Jackson. It's rebounded by the Mavericks. Here's Barea, trailing by 4. A drive, but he can't get it to go. Josh Jackson, deep right corner, and that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Suns. Here's Barea, down 4. Brunson. And he's fouled. Couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
First try, no good. Knocks down the second after missing the first. Booker with it. Leads 3. Screen coming. Curling inside. And he's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
Misses the first. Missed the second as well. Here's Barea. Down 3. Oh, a whistle.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 3.
He sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Booker. That one off the mark. It's no good. Luka Doncic gets inside for two.
Here's what's brilliant about Luka Doncic. Everybody thinks that you need to be fast or be able to ISO somebody and create your own shot with your speed or your athleticism or your explosiveness. That is not the case. Doncic is 6'8", 230 pounds. Put that smaller guard on your hip, post him up, walk him down, shoot shots over the top. If you have an uncanny style to play, that game can reward you a ton in this league.
To Luka Doncic. It's blocked by Warren.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
The assist from number 43.
Booker to Jackson. Down the lane to lay it in.
Come on, somebody tell me when he added that to his arsenal.
Mavericks with the possession. Barea up against Holmes. The drive, right to the basket, right down Broadway for the two. Defender has to pick him up.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
A big finish at the rim.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Doncic. The pass set it all up.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Into the front court, it's Booker. Down a point. Has a chance. Booker's shot, no good.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper. That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance.
Shooting two.
First free throw is good. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Booker with it. They're down three. To Jackson. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Suns. Substitution being made in this one. Deep left corner. Oh, he missed a short one there. To Booker. Ah, no good. Into the front court comes Smith. Up by three. To Nowitzki. Doesn't have the touch. No good.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Over the line. Backcourt violation. And that'll get out of bounds off one of the Mavericks. Deep three at the buzzer. First half comes to an end. It's the Mavericks with the lead.
Time for the Rose Report at halftime, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. The Mavericks have themselves a narrow lead. They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaky. Have a look at the leading scores for the Dallas Mavericks. The Suns are within striking distance at the half. And even though they don't have the lead, they're doing the ground. They might find themselves on the winning end of the scoreboard if they can keep it up. Have a look at the leading scores for the Phoenix Suns.
Game track. Blocks.
Let's get to the point. We all know that first half of basketball was all about the block shots. Plays like that are all about timing and effort, as you can see in these highlights. There's some great athleticism being shown off as well.
Player of the half.
DeAndre Jordan has been incredible around the basket, doing everything necessary to dominate on the boards.
Who was cold?
Devin Booker didn't exactly light it up in the first half. He's been able to get shots up, but more often than not, they just haven't been dropping for him. These are the top plays from the opening half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Fellas, back to you.
Tight game through the first 2 quarters as we resume play here in the third. It's Suns ball.
Right.
Booker. Oh, denied.
As my old teammate RJ would say, stay down, clown.
Josh Jackson. Pass stolen by the Mavericks.
Don't rush this now. The game's been tight so far.
And he throws it down. Power play by DeAndre Jordan. Jay, I'm surprised. He had a chance to wrap him up.
Well, you're not the only one surprised. This guy is not a good free throw shooter. You never let him have an easy bucket. If anything, make him earn it at the charity stripe.
Booker. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Smith. No, the Suns come up with the steal. Goes to the left side. Devin Booker. Devin Booker in his own desert. No one in sight, and he takes advantage.
I know there are refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
Smith to Luka Doncic. Luka Doncic slams it down.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Into the front court, it's Booker. His guys find themselves trailing by a bucket. Smith with it up top. He'll run the offense. Doncic to Dennis Smith Jr. Driving right to the basket. Oh, nice swat.
In college, he was nearly blocking 2 shots per game, picking up exactly where he left off with that Anthony Davis build and frame.
Nice pass to get things going.
Hey, look, pretty dudes can mix it up once in a while, too, I guess.
Smith with the basketball. Tie game, third quarter. Smith on the drive, but his shot won't fall.
And you see so many players quit on a play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip, he fought back, and he made the player miss the shot. That's great defense.
On the follow, way to stay with it.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Smith into the front court. His group now down 2. Booker. Almost, and he's not getting the call. Right down Broadway, 4-2.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Booker. And he's fouled. A trip to the line coming up.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
Devin Booker, a couple of free throws on the way. He's struggled so far. First one goes down.
For the Suns, number 11, Jamal Crawford.
Able to convert on both free throws. Smith now into the front court. They trail by 2. Draws the contact. And Jordan will go to the line to shoot 2.
No, no, no. I'll tell you, the team that makes the little mistakes, like committing unnecessary reach-in fouls like that, will be the team that ends up with the L.
Can't connect on the first free throw. Misses the second as well. Booker with it. 2-point advantage. DeAndre Ayton to Booker. Here comes the screen. The screen sets him up for 2.
And the true test of a team's character is how they respond when they get hit in the mouth. Keep digging.
A pass stolen by Phoenix.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Into the front court, it's Booker. Up 5. Gets it in the left corner. Crawford. That's off the side of the rim, short. Dallas owns the basketball to Nowitzki. Send it away.
Did you see how far he got up? He kept going up and up and up. I think he's still going up.
Booker knocked loose. Mavs have it. Now preparing to shoot at the line.
The game is too tight for you to be taking risks like that. You want to avoid foul trouble at all costs.
Luka Doncic at the line. Off the mark on the first free throw.
Subbing in for the Dallas Mavericks, number 13.
Good bounce back. Hits the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. To Booker. To Crawford. The Suns with 4 to shoot. Trying to cash in. Wide open look, won't go. Into the front court. His guys trail now by 4. Throws it down.
Ed, 2 years ago, I was sitting in the draft room absolutely shocked that Dennis Smith went at 9 in the draft. And when I think about this young man's game, he is just scratching the surface of what he can do. He finished tied for 4th among rookies in scoring last season, and I guarantee you his game is going to continuously go to different levels.
To Luka Doncic. Fires the three. No good. To Crawford. Gets it in the right corner. Booker. To Crawford. On the shot clock for Phoenix. It's the Mavericks right now at the controls. Easy path to the rim.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
To Booker. Beyond the arc for three. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
And the three-point shot of the offense applies so much pressure on the defense, you can no longer build your teams inside out. The new way, you build your team outside in.
Oh, scary stuff from DeAndre Jordan. With that shot, he's 5 for 8.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
To Booker. Crawford to Booker. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. Gets it to go. Someone clearly missed their rotation.
Man, if we were at Rucker Park right now, everybody would be wilding on the court. Guarantee it.
Smith with it up top. The deficit now up to 5. To Luka Doncic. To Jordan. From the painted area, won't go down. Just inside the arc, at the buzzer. 3 quarters complete. The Suns have the lead. Dallas with the basketballs. We begin the 4th quarter. They trail to this point, but you'd have to say this one's up for grabs.
And the new style we play with in this league, all it takes is 3 quick threes, and you're right back in the ballgame.
Has a look. It's no good. Not sure what he was thinking there. Crawford. Rebounded by the Mavericks. Doncic to Brunson. Return label included.
The offense might want to adjust here. That's his 4th block of the evening.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
One free throw counted. It's a 3-point play, and the lead up to 8. Mavericks with the basketball. Runners good there.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Crawford. Get the cameras out. Flash on.
That's going to make a nice poster.
You've got to get that one to go. And a whistle.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
Changes coming from both sides right now.
Entering the game for the Suns, number 35,
Brunson. No, the Suns come up with the steal.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Won't go.
It's because he took his eye off his target, Ed. As an offensive player, you have to glare at where the defender's coming to. Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Knocks it down from mid-range.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
To Crawford. And a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Dallas with the possession. Brunson. Surveys the floor. 5 on the shot clock for the Mavs. Nearing impossible. No getting through.
5, Ed. That's 5 blocks tonight.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Booker to Kelly Oubre. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
Tough shot. And when Devin Booker scores, he scores in bunches. It was only a couple of years ago he had that 70-point game in the Boston Garden. This kid can fill it up when he gets hot.
Dallas has it. Smith. And the finish. Slam dunk.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Booker to Kelly Oubre. 4-3. That won't go. Smith. Passed it off. And count the basket.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Here's Barea. Down just a couple. Can't connect from inside. The drive. Right to the basket. To Booker. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. Booker's shot off the mark. Smith with the basketball. Down 2. Smith to the basket, but it stays out.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jawing is only going to escalate.
Here's Barea. Looking to make something happen. Count it. Now the Suns going to signal for a timeout. That's their first. Leaves them with 1 remaining the rest of the way.
You're going to see the best players make in-game adjustments on the fly. The intellect of some of these superstars is off the charts. Your ability to adapt and move forward as quickly as possible in the most efficient manner will determine whether you win this game or not.
To Jackson. Booker to Kelly Oubre from long range. They dared him, and he burns them.
And watching all these great shooters on the floor at once, it almost mesmerizes me. It's like you're watching the shot in slow motion. The backspin, it gives off the feel that the ball's going in every time.
Dennis Smith Jr., guarded by Dragan Bender. Shot clock winding down. From the outside, no good. The crossover, Gets inside and the slam dunk.
Look at that, calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
Off the assist.
It's really a dope thing when passing becomes infectious. But don't become overly passive. Still take your shots when they're there.
Booker. To Kelly Oubre. Booker. Fires the three. Yes.
If you force him to take tough twos, you'll probably have a better chance to win this game if you can slow down the pace.
Smith into the front court. The deficit is 6. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Steps out and hits.
Just because someone is listening to you doesn't mean that they actually hear you. At the end of the game, when players get tired, they listen to what the assignment was, but they didn't hear what it was.
Booker can't connect. It's no good.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Goes to the left side. Devin Booker. That's off the side of the rim. No good. And too much contact.
And you can't lunge like that.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Number 2, Phoenix Suns are in the building. Into the game for Dallas, number 43.
Smith now into the front court. His guys down 3. Here comes the screen. Doncic. Referees called it. That was intentional.
This is a close game, and possessions are at a premium. That's a good move to stop the clock.
Team foul number 2. That's the first foul in the last 2 minutes.
Booker with it. Leads 3. He'll go to the foul line to shoot.
No, no, no. I'll tell you. The team that makes the little mistakes, like committing unnecessary reach-in fouls like that, will be the team that ends up with the L.
First one, count it. And gets both to drop at the line. The Mavericks signal for timeout. They'll need a quick shot and then likely a quick foul in what is now a 2-possession game.
It's another silent auction. Have a look for yourself at the display behind section 121 and place your bid. Don't miss your chance at some excellent memorabilia.
Cleans it up. It's the Suns with the victory, as they get a good win on the road. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Jalen Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Suns emerged victorious after a tight finish. The defense in this matchup was outstanding. When they weren't blocking shots, they were making steals, and it all came together for a terrific win. The Mavericks lost a tight one today, and you can see the disappointment. While they did put together quite a highlight reel of dunks in this matchup, they did not put together a win. As we all know, style points never show up on the scoreboard.
Game track. 3-point shooting.
Each of these teams were solid with their long-range shooting. So by extension, they were pretty poor with their perimeter defense. Closing out on shooters must always happen, whether you're tired or not.
Player of the game.
Devin Booker read the defense perfectly, and his teammates reap the benefits with easy baskets.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show. Here we go with the top 3 plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
Take a look at the upcoming games for the Dallas Mavericks. This has been a presentation of ESPN on EA Sports.